this. Let's bring in trial attorneys Michelle Thomas, Bryan Rotella to talk a little bit more about this. You want to take that first question that Laura brought up, Bryan, that if somebody from the outside, like a Senator Rick Scott, comes in, he did this today, and basically says a lot of the stuff outside the courthouse that Trump can't say. Is that okay? Is that kosher in terms of what the gag order would say about, or it's just Trump, right?
Yeah, the gag order has nothing to do, Connell. It's a great question, with anyone outside of Trump, quite frankly, and we had a chance to talk a little bit about this last week. If I were the prosecution, again, I would be not going for all these gag orders. I would let Trump talk. It looks like the defense has maybe gotten some control around Donald Trump, hard to say, but in actually using other people, character witnesses on the outside, to be able to make his arguments and, quite frankly, make them in a thoughtful way. That appears to be a defense strategy, and I think it's probably an effective defense strategy, rather than having the former president get up there and say whatever he's going to say, and quite frankly, doesn't seem to be helping himself.
Yeah, might be working, that part, as opposed to Trump doing the talking for himself on the stand or otherwise. Michelle, what about this push that we're going to hear when they come back from the defense, we presume, pushing again for a mistrial, and they want to block Karen McDougal? We've already heard from Stormy Daniels, Karen McDougal, this former Playboy playmate, who also says that she had an affair with Trump. They want to block her from testifying. What do you make of this strategy? The latest one, there's McDougal from the defense.
Sure. Well, thanks for having me, Connell.
Yep.
So I think that this second motion is going to be failed one more time. They have to show that there's been an extraordinary amount of prejudice to the defendant in order to have a motion for a mistrial granted. And that we just have not seen. Yes, some of the details were not necessary. Some of the details that the state brought out from Stormy Daniels were a bit excessive. However, did it prejudice the jury such that they cannot render a fair, he cannot receive a fair trial? Absolutely not. So I don't expect that to go anywhere, nor do I expect them to be able to exclude the second woman that's claiming she had an affair, because it is relevant in part to the allegations in the case.
What about an appeal? Bryan, what do you think about that? But all these motions might be more about setting yourself up to appeal rather than actually expecting a mistrial to be granted by the judge.
Connell, first of all, I agree with everything Michelle just said. This appeal has been being set up for way before this trial. This trial is clarified for us over the last day. It's the Stormy Daniels trial. The prosecution is trying to get to the intent through all of that salacious testimony over the last day, right, with Stormy Daniels saying that this is why the president, former president, had to have this conspiracy to fraudulently deal with his financial records, because this was so bad what happened, he never would have wanted this to get out. He had to dust bust it. So what happens, as Michelle and I know, is before a trial, you have pre-trial motions. I'm certain there was a motion by the defense saying this cannot come in, because the jury is going to go, oh my goodness, if this happened, they're not going to be looking at the actual facts of the case, which is really a financial fraud case. They're going to be looking at what, quite frankly, sounded a lot more like almost a Harvey Weinstein or Bill Cosby type case from the testimony from Stormy Daniels, including that she at one point apparently felt like she blacked out and found herself on dead. So ultimately, this has been being set up for an appeal from the pre-trial, and it's being set up for an appeal all the way through. I don't think there's a chance the judge is going to grant this mistrial, but I think there's a really good chance for an appeal.
All right, let's talk about the Stormy Daniels testimony for a moment. One piece of color from the courtroom before we get to that. We saw a video we showed you a moment ago from moments ago. This is, all right, this is everybody going back in. I think we just missed the former president going back in. I was going to say before that we showed you similar video, and they were walking instead of left to right, right to left, and you saw the former president kind of lift his left arm, do a little fist bump as he was walking out when they were taking the recess. It turns out 2 members of the public were removed from the courtroom. Apparently, they shouted something at Trump as he was on his way out. So that's a little bit of color from what's happening in this courtroom. Never a dull moment. On the Stormy Daniels side of it, Michelle, what about, to Bryan's point, was she effective for the prosecution, or maybe did this backfire a little bit? I know the defense really went after her credibility. How do you think she came across as a witness?
Yeah, I mean, she was certainly combative at times. She was a bit defensive at times. But the defense attorney was also combative with her and a little firm and aggressive. And sometimes that can backfire, because the jury begins to empathize with the witness and starts to sort of relate to the witness who's on the witness stand and the uncomfortable position she's in. So I do think that she was able to move the needle for the prosecution by providing enough details to show why the defendant had the incentive to pay the hush money.
Thanks so much for watching. Just go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.